My name's Angelo, and welcome to We Want Picks. I'm going to give you my favorite PrizePicks entry for UFC 292. If you don't know what PrizePicks is, it's daily fantasy. You come in here, you say more or less than the number you see on the screen, and if you're correct, you can 10 times your money. 10 times your money. You can even get some wrong and still make money with the flexible pay option, and they'll give you free money to play. All you need to do is go to wewantpicks.com/prizepicks, use promo code WWP, and they will instantly match your deposit. If you give them $10, they'll give you $10. If you give them $100, they will give you $100 instantly for you to use. You don't even need to use the real money. You can just use the deposit match money, build an entry. If you win, you have even more free money. If you lose, well, you only lost the deposit match. wewantpicks.com/prizepicks. That promo code is WWP. So let's go ahead and grab some of these lines. First of all, you can see this is all sports, including e-games or esports, which I don't know how the hell you do that. Anyway, we'll build our entry here, but certainly you can sign up for PrizePicks and build a hybrid entry or, do the other sports. We're going to start with significant strikes. If you go to strikes, these are PFL lines. So I'm not going to give you PFL picks right now, but Artem, one of the premium content providers here, Artem has a full breakdown of PFL, who he thinks wins, whatever. If you want to use that information and build a line here, you can do that. That's at wewantpicks.com. We're going to do significant strikes. There's two on here that I like. I typically don't like significant strikes, but there are two that I like. First of all, we're going to do the more on Brad Tavares. I think this fight goes a little bit. Brad Tavares is not a dangerous guy, meaning he doesn't have big one-punch knockout power. Chris Weidman's a little older. I don't think he's going to land that big one-punch knockout power. Outside of his last fight, Brad has been incredibly tough. So I think this fight's going to be a decision. A little bit back and forth, maybe a takedown or two. 40.5 significant strikes should not be too hard for Brad Tavares to get to, considering if you run through his fight history, he's cruised past that number a bunch of times. The other one that I like is Aljamain Sterling, 62.5. I like the more there as well. If you head on over to UNDERDOG, which is a similar product, they have this line at 69.5, I believe. So I like the more here because, again, if you go through Aljamain Sterling's fights, he has cruised past this number almost every single time. Ian Gary as well. We're going to do the over on him. It's 57.5 significant strikes. Ian Gary's last fight, where he knocked out Daniel Rodriguez in the very first round, he landed 23 strikes in one round. Before that was 127. Before that, 116. Before that, 74. He's fighting Neil Magny. He's a massive favorite. He should win this fight. But I don't think he's going to knock Neil Magny out like immediately or early. I think this probably goes late second round, if not longer. And if this looks anything like the Daniel Rodriguez fight, then we should be able to get past this number. Neil Magny's a tough guy, and his last two losses, he was taken down and mauled. That's not what Ian Gary is looking to do. If we take a look at fight minutes, this is tricky. You see there's some PFL lines in here if we scroll our way down. This is tricky. Andre Petroski, Gerald Meerschaert, that could be an 8-second fight or a 15-minute fight. Brad Tavares, probably a decision, but I don't like doing the over 12.5 minutes. I don't like guaranteeing a decision when I play these. The Ian Gary one is interesting. They gave him a low strike line and then a high fight minute line. Both of those can't be true. It's odd, right? You're either going to do I guess what I'm saying here is, if they thought this was going to go to a decision, which 12.5 fight minutes is indicating that, then why did they only give him 57.5 significant strikes? So if you do think this goes to a decision, pick one of these and do the over. If you don't, then do the under on this and leave the strikes alone, because he can still get past 57.5 strikes in less than a full 12 minutes, right? Fantasy score, if we take a look at these, I don't love any of these either. Typically, if you get a winner and play more, you should be good. But I don't really love these. There's a lot that could happen. Petroski should win by stoppage, but could end up being a boring decision. So we'll leave those alone. And then we'll go to takedowns. Weili Zhang, 1.5 takedowns. I like the more here. The reality is Amanda Lemos is tough. She's dangerous on her feet. Weili gets multiple takedowns in a lot of her fights. I think she's going to get 2 takedowns in this fight. I think that's what's going to happen. I think she'll strike with Amanda, probably feel some of the power, and then go the safety route and take a couple of takedowns. We can do $20 to win 200. It's a 10x. I like to do the flexible pay. We'll throw $20 at it to win $100, and that allows us to lose and then still win. Here's the entry we just built. Brad Tavares, more than 40.5 significant strikes. Aljamain Sterling, more than 62.5 significant strikes. Ian Gary, more than 57.5 significant strikes. And Wei Lee just needs 2 takedowns. Guys, whether you build this entry or build your own, the only thing that really matters is you get your free money to do it. Go to WeWantPicks.com/PrizePicks, promo code WWP, and get that instant deposit match.